Hi viewers, this video is going to explain the problems on trains. So we will get few problems in trains. I will say that the problems on trains are part of time and distance. So we are going to use the same formulae, that is distance is equal to speed into time, speed is equal to distance by time, so and so on, right? So we will move on to the problems on trains. So the basic formula what we are going to use is only this much, right? So let me explain this. Normally the formula what we normally use is, we have this formula dst, t is equal to distance by time, t is equal to distance by time. So in the case of train problems, we have to remember these two. Both the formulas are one and the same, there is only plus and minus variation, right? Now, so the distance can be replaced by the length of the train and the length of the object. So time to cross an object moving in the direction of train, moving in opposite direction, right? So this is the LT is the train length and L is the length of the object. If there is any length, then we have to take it, otherwise we have to leave it. And st minus s, st is the speed of the train and s is the speed of the object. If both the train and the object are moving in the same direction, then we have to use minus, that is going to be the relative speed. If the object is moving in the opposite direction of the train's movement, then you have to use plus, that is the relative velocity or relative speed we normally say. Okay, yeah. So what are the various types of problems we may get in trains? Yeah, train crossing static object with negligible length. That is, train is crossing but the object is not moving, it is static. Suppose if the train is crossing a standing man, if the train is crossing a pole, if the train is crossing the electrical post or telegraph post, tree, whatever you can say. So if it is the static object with negligible length, man is not compared, the length of the man or the stoutness of the man cannot be compared to the length of the train. So it is negligible when it is compared to the length of the train. So in that case, distance has to be taken to only the length of the train. So in the numerator we will be having only LT, that L will be taken as 0. The second type is train crossing a static object with some length. That is, the object is static but it is having some length, right? It is comparably, it is also having the length. So train crossing a platform, train crossing a tunnel, train crossing a bridge, or train crossing another standing train. So in that case, in the numerator you have to take it as the length of the train plus the length of the platform. So length of the object is nothing but either the platform or tunnel or bridge or another standing train. Okay, and in these two cases the denominator is going to be only st. Y means the speed of the object is 0, s is going to be 0 in both these cases. That is type 1 and type 2, we have to take the speed as 0. Next, train crossing a moving object with a negligible length. a running man, that is train crossing a running man, a walking man, a running car, etc. So which is not having any length, that is, it is comparatively very, very negligible. So negligible length, but the object is moving at such 6 kilometers per hour, 10 kilometers per hour, 5 kilometers per hour. They'll give some speed. Okay, in that case you have to take, since the length of the object is 0, in the numerator you have to take only the length of the train, but speed of the, that is the relative speed which is coming in the denominator, will be having speed of the train minus speed of the moving object. Speed of the train plus speed of the moving object. Sorry, this is the length of the object. Length of the object is 0 here. Okay, right. Here length is also 0. Length of the object is 0. Speed of the object is 0. Correct? Here S is 0 and yeah. So LT and L will be there in this case. Is it clear? Next, if it is in the opposite direction, then we have to use plus. If it is moving in the same direction, then we have to use minus, as we have already seen. Train crossing another moving object with some length. So two objects, that is, the train is moving, the object is also moving, but that object is also having a comparable length. Then we have to have the complete formula. So in this case, all the complete formula has to be used. Distance is equal to sum of lengths of both the trains. Speed is equal to either speed of the train minus speed of the moving object if it is in the same direction. If it is in the opposite direction, then it is plus. So these 3 points you have to remember, right? So these are the 4 types of problems that may come in trains problem, right? And apart from that, we may get what is the speed of the faster train, what is the speed of the slower train, by giving these things. That is, L1 is the length of the first train, that is faster train or slower train, that we don't know. So, and L2 be the length of the other train. So lengths of both the trains will be given, and time taken by the train 1 to cross a static object is given as T1, and T2 is going to be the time taken by the second train to cross a static negligible length object. Okay, that is crossing a man, crossing an electrical post, telegraph post, tree, something like that, coconut tree, that tree, this tree, anything maybe they can give. Okay, so then we have to use these two formulae, L1 plus L2 by 2 into 1 by T1 plus 1 by T2. Speed of the slower train is L1 plus L2 by 2 into 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. Correct? So that's all. If you could able to understand all these types, then wherever, whatever may be the competitive exams, you can easily solve these train problems within a minute. Within a minute, right? Okay. So there is a note given here. So in almost all the problems, this unit conversion will come. Correct? So you have to be very cautious. Only problem, dangerous thing as far as the trains problem is, almost in every problem, this unit conversion may be required, right? That is, if you have the thing in, if you want to convert from kilometer per hour, the speed from kilometer per hour to meters per second, then you have to multiply by 5 by 18. Means kilometer to meter, means higher value to lower value, then lower value to higher value, 5 by 18. It will be in contrast. It will be in contrast. That is how I remember, right? You can easily remember that using this way. Okay. So the otherwise is vice versa. Meters per second to kilometer per hour is 18 by 5, right? Is it clear, my dear friends? So I hope this one slide will really help you in solving all the trains problems. So in this video we will stick on to type 1 problem alone. We will work out few problems on type 1, and type 2 we will take it in the next video. Yeah, this is type 1. Let us take this problem. A train 100 meter long is running at the speed of 30 kilometers per hour. The time in second in which it will pass a man standing near the railway line is. Here this is type 1 very clear, that is a train crossing a standing man. So train crossing a static object with negligible distance. Now we know the formula. This is D, S and T. So what is required is the time. Time is required. So time is equal to, let me use some other color. So time is equal to distance by time. As far as distance is concerned, we will have only LT, length of the train. That L is going to be 0. Length of the object is 0. Then speed of the train. So S is equal to ST plus or minus S. That S is not there since the object, man, is not moving. So it is going to be only S. That is S is equal to ST. S is equal to ST. Right? So this is given as 100 meters. Clear? And ST is given as 30 kilometers per hour. Correct? Now here this is in meter, this is in kilometer per hour. So we need to convert this into meters per second. So in order to convert from kilometer to meters per second, then we have to, that is higher to lower, so that has to be multiplied by 5 by 18. Correct? Correct? So now what is the formula? Time is equal to distance by time, so that is LT by ST, that is equal to 100 divided by 30 into 5 divided by 18. So that is into 18, right? And this will get cancelled. We'll be getting 20, right? And this gets cancelled. This is cancelled, right? 6 3s are 18. So you will be getting 12. What is the unit of this? What is the unit of this? Since we have converted into meters per second, right? Meter divided by meters per second is seconds. So 12 seconds is going to be the answer. Is it clear? Is it easy? I hope this is very easy, right? Yeah. So it is clearly explained as distance is equal to the length of the train, that is equal to 100 meters. Speed is equal to 30 kilometers per hour. 30 into converting it into meters per second, we will be getting 30 into 5 by 18 meters per second. So distance by speed, that is equal to 100 by 30 into 5 by 18. So that is equal to 12 seconds. Is it clear, my dear friends? Yeah. Moving on to the next problem. A train is 125 meters long. If the train takes 30 seconds to cross a tree by the railway line, then the speed of the train is. Now length of the train is given. Length of the train is given as 125 meters. 125 meters. And time taken to cross, that is T, is given as 30 seconds. Right? And what is required? Speed of the train, ST. So we know that T is equal to LT by ST. Simple. Correct? LT by ST. So ST is equal to length of the train divided by time. So length of the train is 125 meters divided by time is given as 30 seconds. Right? If you divide this, then you will be getting it in a decimal value. Now this is meters per second, so this can be converted into kilometers per hour. Mostly the speed of the train is given in kilometers per hour, so I am converting it from meters per second to kilometers per hour, lower to higher. So we have to take it as 18 by 5 to convert it into kilometers per hour. Correct? Now 5 and 125 I'm cancelling each other, so I'll be getting 2 5s are 10 and 25, so it is 25, right? And 5 5s are 25, 6 5s are 30, 6 and 18, so this is equal to 5 into 3, that is going to be 15 kilometers per hour. Correct? That is 125 by 30 is meters per second. Since here it is meter, this is second, so speed will be meters per second. In order to convert it into kilometers per hour, I am multiplying it by 18 by 5. So simplifying that, I am getting 15 kilometers per hour. Okay? Yeah. 125 meters 30 seconds, so 125 by 30 meters per second, converting it into kilometers per hour, I'll be getting 125 by 30 into 18 by 5. So simplifying that, we'll be getting 15 kilometers per hour. It is so easy, my dear friends. The next problem is a 120-meter long train takes 10 seconds to cross a man standing on a platform. Right. Again, it is so simple. Length of the train is 120 meters. Correct? And time taken is going to be 10 seconds. The speed is asked in meters per second. So no conversion is required. 120 divided by 10, so that is equal to 12 meters per second. That is all. That is all. It is so simple, right? Yeah. 12 meters per second. Suppose if it is asked in kilometers per hour, then you have to multiply by 18 by 5. Right? Yeah. Moving on. A train 110-meter long travels at 60 kilometers per hour. How long does it take to cross a telegraph post? Telegraph post is again. So it is negligible length static object. So it is same problem. LT is equal to 110 meters, right? And speed of the train is given as 60 kilometers per hour. So 60 into 5 by 18 meters per second. Now time taken is equal to 110 divided by 60 into 5 divided by 18. So this and this gets cancelled, and I am taking it as 3 6 are 18. So 33 by 5. So 33 by 5 seconds. Right? I hope we will get it as 6.6 seconds. Correct? Yeah. Yes. So 110, 20, that is 60 into 5 by 18. So they have reduced it here. and simplifying, I'll be getting 6.6 seconds. Is it clear? Yeah, there is a quiz here. A 75 meters long train is moving at 20 kilometers per hour. It will cross a man standing on the platform in. So here length is given as 75 meters. Length of the train is given as 75 meters and speed of the train is given as 20 kilometers per hour. So I have given these quizzes for improving your confidence level. How these are all the problems taken from the real question papers, right? So it will cross a man standing in the platform in seconds you have to give. So you have to convert this into meters per second. 20 into 5 by 18. So many meters per seconds, correct? Now time is equal to 75 divided by 20 into 5 into 18, correct? So 5 and 75, I'll be getting 1 here and 5, 15. Okay. Now this can be 10 and 9, correct? And this is nothing but 2 and 3. So 9 into 3, 27 by 2. 27 by 2. So it is going to be 13.5 seconds. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. The next problem. In what time will a train 100 meter long cross an electrical pole if its speed is 144 kilometers per hour? Now, my dear friends, I am just finding out how to avoid the incorrect answers. So here this is meters and this is kilometer per hour. So naturally you have to convert it, correct? Convert it into meters per second. So 100 by 144 will never come. Either it is second or hour. Now the answer is 2.5, whether it is seconds or hour. So that is going to be our problem, correct? So let us work out. So this is how we'll save the timing, correct? So LT is, that is why I have taken this quiz problems. I have made it as quiz, right? LT is 100 meters and speed of the train is given as 144 kilometer per hour. So into 5 by 18 meters per second. This is 18. Okay. So 18 into 144 is easily done. Anyway, if you are not familiar with the 18 table, then 2 9s are 18. Since this is also divisible by 9, 4 plus 4, 8 plus 1, 9. So this is divisible by 9. So I'm simplifying it using 9 table. So 1 9 is 9, 54, 6 9s are 54. So this is equal to 8. So 8 5s are, this is correct, 8 5s are 40. This is 40 meters per second, correct? 40 meters per second. So 100 by 40 is naturally 2.5 seconds. So that is going to be your answer, right? The last problem of this video. If a train running at 72 kilometers per hour crosses a coconut tree standing by the side of the truck in 7 seconds, the length of the train is. Now, length is not known, but the speed of the train is given as 72 kilometers per hour. 72 into 5 by 18 meters per second. So in the given data itself I am doing it. So 18s are 72. So this is equal to 20 meters per second. Now time taken is going to be 7 seconds. This is meters per second. Now what is the distance? That is the length of the train. Length of the train is length of the speed into time. So 20 into 7 is 140. So 140 meters. Fine. Is it easy, friends? So I hope all the problems what we are solving are easy. All the best. Thank you.